What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well. As for me, I am doing good. No complaints on this end. Just sitting down to get another daily recap out of the way. Back over here trading in the TakeProfitTrader Pro account, and today not quite as suspenseful as it was yesterday. Yesterday started off a little rough. We went down in the hole pretty big, but scraped our way right on up out of that thing and finished the day out pretty doggone good. Like I said, today didn't have that much adventure, but nice solid trades, I think. And we are going to jump right on into the chart. So let's go ahead, bring up, think our swim, which is what I use to kind of map out my trades. Lower left, it shows NinjaTrader, which is what I use to execute those trades. You see, today we made $468.50. That is before commissions. I want to say with commissions we made about $415. So pretty good day. Looking at the 15-minute upper right hand chart, we can kind of get a picture of what today looked like on the 15-minute chart. Not too impressive, right? Up, down, chop, up, down. Trading that, I don't really see too many setups, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna blow up the 1 minute chart, and we'll keep that on there for now. And I'll kind of bring this all the way out to where it's going to show you a good part of today. Let's see. Yeah, that took it to about 3:30. On the 1 minute, nice little 1 minute micro downtrend. This was kind of chop coming through here. Nice little move coming through here about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Can't really trade that going down. Get a little bit of price action here, and then boom, nice flush coming down. This is before FOMC, by the way. This move here comes back up. This is FOMC right there. And people will say news, you can't really trade. I somewhat agree with that, but notice these levels still held true. Price had tried to break and hold this 61.8 level all day, all morning. It could not. Look at where FOMC came up to. It tried to break that same area. It flushed out to where this 23 level, and then kind of just chopped around there until 3 o'clock, and it just tanked out. But I showed at the show on the 1 minute chart. It's kind of fast. You got to be on your P's and Q's, but you do get micro trends. They say the market only trends, what, a quarter of the year or a quarter of the days out of a year. So you got to pick and choose your battles. On a 1 minute, I can catch some decent little micro trends to find trades in. So let's go ahead. Let's blow this back out, and I'm going to come on over. You see on the NinjaTrader already had the first trade that I took this morning pulled up just to kind of make it a little easier on us. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna bring over Thinkorswim's chart. And you see first trade we took was about 150 this morning. That was going to be right here, my entry, just as this was breaking out of the bounce cloud. And the reason I took this trade, it's kind of seems to be in a downtrend, right? I took this to hold the first line of defense. That was going to be my stop. So let's see. entry, let's call it 980. First line of defense was 975. This was like a 5-point stop, y'all. That's like $10 if you take one contract. I sized in. I didn't just take one contract. I had a decent size on. Got a nice move up. And this actually went up and then came back down and stopped me out in the bottom of this candle right here. I probably should have just took my money off the table when this came up the second line of defense, because the name says it. Second line of defense is going to provide some defense up there. We see it had tried to break it a few times over here and it didn't. So nice trade though. I was happy with that trade. Then you see I came right back. I took another trade getting in off of this candle right here. Same thought process, and now I'm playing this to break. I'm playing this to break. Again, stop is going to be down at first line of defense. So entry, call it about 988. Stop 979. This is a 10-point stop this time. So that's $20 on one contract. If I want to risk $100, I'm going to just buy 5 contracts. And this thing kind of comes down, gets me a little worried, but I trust the process. Comes back up, tries to break it. I take my stop to break even. Come on home, boy. Stop out, pretty much break even, making a couple of bucks. And this thing chops around and boom, it gives the move. I don't catch any of that move. I don't think I caught any of it. Let's see. I say that. Let's come on over. Nope. I catch none of that, y'all. So missed that. End up falling asleep. Had to be up at 4 o'clock to go to work this morning. I worked outside of the house, so to say, 2 days out of the week. Today was one of them. So I missed all of this. Wake up, like I said, about 4 o'clock to go to work. Roll over, and I see that the market then kind of pushed up. Let's look at this on the chart and see what we actually are looking at. We're getting in on about the 320 candle. So that's going to be this candle right here. It looked like we got in about 22024. You kind of see this little makeshift 3-bar play right here. Not really though, but this trade, stop's gonna be down there somewhere. I gotta give this some room, but first target is only going to be the top of this pivot right here. That's first target. So if this comes up, I'm getting out of one of them, and if it doesn't break it, I'm taking my stop to break even. And that's exactly what I did, y'all. This came up, I got out of one of them up here near the top of this candle, took my stop to break even. This came back down, got me out for break even, and it would have rolled me over. Notice, never would have broken the bounce cloud though. So let's look at that. 22024 entry. If I put my stop down there, 22005, it's about a 20-point stop. One contract, $40. So people say, like, how can you trade MNQ when it's $22,000 a contract? No, it's for every point you're risking $2. For every point you're risking $2. So if you got a 10-point stop, you're risking $20. 20-point stop, you're risking $40. So that's how you can trade futures. And even in a cash account, you don't really need that much money in a cash account. But let's keep going. That was at 320. See if I took anything before I left the house. I don't think so. Nope, left the house about 4:15. So no trades. Let's keep going. Got off a little early this morning. My ear had been killing me, y'all. My ear has been killing me since like Sunday. So I went to the urgent care clinic today, and lo and behold, your boy got an ear infection, and it's still hurting right now. I just put a couple of eardrops in there, but I did get home a little sooner than I usually would. But let's see when we took that First trade once I got home. Booyah, right there. So let's go ahead. Let's bring over the TOS charts. See, we got that. That's where we got that red flip at. Down below, second line of defense. These are good trades. These are good trades below here. I don't really want to take anything up through there. It's kind of chop. Black candles. Those are, I call them non-actionable candles. Don't really want to trade those. But once price gets below second line of defense, we looking for trades. But I wasn't at the desk. Price flips back green. Once it's green, I want to see a move and a higher low. We don't get that. So no trades would have been able to get taken through there. Red, same thing. Once it flips red, I want to start seeing lower lows, lower highs. Nothing through there. Flips back green. This is chop. This is chop. But market opens, you get a flush. Get below. Look at that. You got first line of defense and second line of defense stacked on top of each other. Move down. Gets bought right back up. And then I get to the desk and we see chart flips green. What did I just say? I want to see higher highs, higher lows. Comes up, higher low, higher high, higher low. I enter as it breaks that candle. And now look at where my first target has to be. The doggone fib level that's right here. So I want to see this break through this fib level and go. Otherwise, I'm locking profit in. That's why my hit rate can be 80% a lot of times, because as soon as this goes, I'm locking profit in. So it goes, I lock in a little bit of profit up top, take my stop to kind of break even. It comes back, tags me. No harm, no foul. Let's keep it going. Let's move this over. You see, I get in another one at 1019. That's going to be right here as it did what? It broke this fib level. It held the fib level. I didn't hold the trade, y'all. This thing snapped. Again, I'm taking stop to break even because I want to see this just go. Close your ears, Mom. I want to see it shit or get off the pot. I want to see it go. Don't just sit there. Go. Take off. It didn't. It stopped me out. And then it took off. Doggone it. Doggone it. And then you see I did it again. I am just scalping my way up through here. Next one, 1035. It's this little area right here. This was the 61.8 level. This is that level that when we looked at the big picture, we were saying that it could not break and hold. Nice clean entry here. Playing this to go. Let's kind of shrink that. That was the next level up there. That's 78. I'm wanting to see this go. Take off. Go. It doesn't. It gives me a good entry. And then it comes back. No problem. I'm going to take my money. Make a little bit off of that one. Comes back. I get in again. Or actually, this is where I get out at. And then I think that was it. I'm not sure why this is showing these arrows, because as you can see, there's no candles down there. But yeah, it would not chip or get off the pot. So when this kind of double topped right here, I knew this was coming back down. And then I told Spark, like, I'm done. I'm not taking no more trades in this foolishness. And then that was it. That was the last trade that we took today. Pretty sure. Yep, pretty sure. Last trade. Then we get that flip red right here. For me, y'all, I need to see price leave an area, either a fib level, first line of defense, second line of defense. I can't really justify taking trades when it's like kind of wedged up in here. These are those black candles. Black candles do nothing. I do nothing on those candles. That's chop for me. Like I tell Spark, if I see black candles, I can kind of expect chop until it breaks out of an area, because you see all this did was just chopped around this area, until what? We broke first line of defense and whatever this fib level was right here. Once we broke that, you get in on the break of that candle, you put your stop on the top of that candle. Guess where you could trade this to? Down to the next level. I'm not built that way for some reason though, y'all. I see profit and I'm trying to lock it in, but that was a good move. That was from 22,000. Look at that, right on the whole number, down to 21,970. Call it 30 points. Clean move. Highlight that candle. That candle 17 points. Almost got 2R out of just from here down to there. If you hold it for the full 2R, it gave you the full 2R. Solid black line, previous day's close. See a solid black line on my chart, previous day's close. Kind of tries to break it, it can't, and then you get that bounce. Nice little V shape right there. But yeah, that's what we did today, y'all. Not quite as adventurous as yesterday. Like I said, yesterday was just rough. Look at this again. Breaking. We got both first line of defense, second line of defense stacked on top of each other. It breaks it. Boom. Clean move down to the downside. Let's look and see what the stacks look like right now. What if I just look down here, what is it telling me? So price is below first line of defense, second line of defense on the 1 minute chart. It's bear stacked. That means that this thick line is on top of the thin line. That's all that tells me. 15 minute first line of defense, price is below it. Second line of defense, price is above it. That means that we're in no man's land. When you see these two like that, that's no man's land. And you see no man's land has a plus behind it. That just means that first line of defense is above second line of defense. All we have to do is get back above first line of defense. That's going to flip back green. Good thing. And then we look at the 60 minute barometer. Don't really pay too much mind by that when I'm day trading. If I'm swing trading, this comes into play. Price is above the 60 minute first line of defense, 60 minute second line of defense. And when that happens, we are going to be in a bull stack. So right now, micro bear stack. Let's take a look and let's see. Okay, 15 minute chart is red. So, and then you can see first line of defense, second line of defense. If these cross, then is when this 15 minute stack will flip red, and you'll have this first half of the chart red, and then you're in trouble, because now it's just a matter of the 60 minute trying to get in between the first line of defense and the second line of defense. That's how easy it is for me to read these charts, y'all. It may seem complicated, fairly simple. And I'm always updating this thing, trying to make it a little bit better. Those were the fib levels for today. Once the market opens, these things will shift out, and then we'll get the new fib levels. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this video up. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. Peace.